welcome back to Market Pros, and let's get right into it. All right, so first I'm going to explain the chart layout so you guys can see what I see, and then we're going to go over the analysis. So first we have our moving averages, yellow being your 21, red being your 50, blue being your 100, and purple being your 200. Next we have the VPVR here to your right, which measures horizontal volume at a certain price level. Next, we have your momentum oscillators, one being your RSI, other one being your MACD. Then we have a volatility measurement, which is called your BBWP. All right, so now let's get right into it. Oh, by the way, if you guys like Christmas, subscribe to the channel. Show everybody that you like Christmas. Turn on those notifications so you get notified with this time-sensitive content. Like the video, comment, tell me how I'm doing. Also, join the Discord. A lot of good conversation about crypto trading, investing, markets as a whole. We stay ahead of this market collectively. We talk about these moves before they happen. We share our trades. We share our strategies. A lot of good conversation there. It is the place to be. All right, so Christmas has flatlined the price action. Obviously, we are flatlined right now, okay? But that is, we expect this around the holidays. So right now, your indicators have basically reset. I mean, you're riding the bearish control zone now, though. So if you do break into it and break this last low, I would expect you to break this 200 to the downside. Then 16,700 is what I'm looking at right now. If we break that, I would expect us to come down to 16,500. If we break 16,500, that means that we're breaking down. 15,800 is in the cards, maybe even 15,500, basically the bottom of the previous range, the big range, this big range right here. So basically, you know, I'd be looking at 15,500, perhaps 15,800, okay? Now, that is basically the bearish case, okay? The bullish case is that, I mean, you got to break 17K. You got to break 17K in order to be bullish. I would expect a minor rejection at 17,125, basically the top of the range, and then I would expect this to go to 18K. All right, so the Christmas volatility is about over. I mean, your BBWP is curling to the upside. Okay, you are above the 10 percentile, but you need to cross this moving average. Whenever you cross the moving average, that means the volatility is going to proceed. All right, and then I would expect you to either break 17K or 16,500, one of the two, and there'll be a lot of good opportunities coming your way. Let's go to the order blocks. All right, so we're basically finding support on a bullish demand zone. All right, we did get rejected from a bearish supply zone. We're basically stuck right in the middle of these right now. Your stochastic is pointing to the downside. You are in the bearish control zone. All right, so it's a little more bearish than bullish, but let's go to the 15-minute. All right, so you are wedged in between these two order blocks, okay? Your stochastic is still pointed to the downside on the 15-minute. Let's go back to here and go to the 15-minute. So your moving averages are converging. If these start to fan out, we could expect a breakdown from 16,790 region. All right, you are in the bearish control zone right now. MACD is below the zero line, fresh cross to the downside, negative momentum starting to pick up, but your BBWP is contracting as the price action is moving down. So, I mean, we're going to find out what happens next. We need these BBWP to cross its moving average to the upside on the 15-minute. That's going to roll over into the 1 hour. All right, so we already talked about the bullish and bearish case. Let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum, very similar situation. I mean, we barely even got to cover this. Bearish control zone, MACD, pretty much reset, crossing that zero line to the downside. Negative momentum's picking up. Now, on Ethereum, you are crossing your moving average. Ethereum's probably going to take off before Bitcoin. Bearish case is that you break the 200 and this last low. 1205. All right, if that happens, 1100 is in the cards. We are at an inflection point. If we break back above 1225, next stop is 1325. Whole $100 move right there, which is, you know, what, like an 8% move. So put some leverage on that, which I'm not promoting. No leverage if you're new, in my opinion. But I'm just saying it would be a pretty good move. Let's go over to the order blocks for Ethereum. Similar situation. All right, we are stuck in between them, but Ethereum looks like it's got a little bit of a downtrend, but it looks like we could have a bounce here from the stochastic being pointed to the upside. All right, so I mean, that's basically it for Ethereum. Let's go back over here. I mean, yeah, you're at an inflection point. Whichever way these moving averages cross and start to fan out, that means we're either going to break these last range highs or we're going to break these last range lows. Okay, so pay attention, stay nimble. Solana looks weaker than both. Moving averages smaller to big, smaller to the biggest, are all below each other. Bearish control zone, MACD, below the zero line with a fresh retest and resumption down to the downside. Negative momentum's picking up on the histogram as your BBWP is skyrocketing. Moving average even has a positive slope here. We're not in a range. We're slowly going down to the right. All right, so bullish case, you got to break all the way above the 211.90. I mean, bearish case is that you break down below these last wicks, 1106. If that happens, $10 is in the cards. We could be breaking down right now. All right. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, if you like Christmas, subscribe to the channel. Show everybody you like Christmas. All right. By the way, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We will be back tomorrow. I wish everyone well, and I'll see you tomorrow.